Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, and that means I'm going to be doing a live show over on my main channel, Csandreas. Go ahead there. There's a link in the description down below. I may or may not be playing the Attack on Titan video game or just talking. It depends on when Amazon delivers the package. But either way, I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time over at Csandreas. Link in the description. Hi everyone, it's Chris, and welcome to Anime Debate. Now, this week we're not quite ready to compare two anime head to head. If you don't know how Anime Debate works, I take two anime and I put them head to head in comparison, and I tell you which one is the best. This coming episode will be Kill la Kill versus Gurren Lagann. I just need a little bit more time. This video is actually a lot longer and bigger than I thought it would be, so I'm gonna kind of pad my time here by doing this little anime debate topic, because I think that on Anime Debate we should also debate the realities and the unfortunate and the love and all the stuff here, for the world to see. So let's just get started right away. So this topic, if you haven't already seen the title or the thumbnail, is whether or not live action anime needs to exist and why it should not exist, in my honest opinion. Now, I'm just going to say my first point for it not existing is the fact that it will never reach the quality or the pinnacle of perfection that some of these anime have reached. If you've seen the live action version of the Attack on Titan movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They absolutely ruined that thing, and they didn't have to do it. They could have made an Elseworld story. They could have done anything else other than this crappy movie that tarnishes the Attack on Titan name. I just really believe that, with a source material so strong, they didn't have to do this. Now, some people will say, my argument of, well, the source material is so strong, then they shouldn't make anything to adapt from that. And I'm going to say that you have a manga, right? A manga is a piece of living, breathing art, and it is great, it's amazing, and the manga is normally better than the anime. That's just what things come out to be. But there's a very big difference between reading it in a book form using your imagination versus seeing it moving in live, beautiful action. I don't mean live action, but I mean like living action, meaning like the animation, and hearing music that accompanies it, and like all the other things that make anime what it is. Like Kill la Kill is an amazing anime because they have great, beautiful style, and they have a lot of bright, like crisp colors, and they have a lot of fluid motion and like jokes that just wouldn't work on the written page. So there's a reason for the animated adaptation to exist. But as far as the live action version, it's always a lower version of that. Like two of the most recent anime adaptations I've seen that went into live action were Death Note and GTO, aka Great Teacher Onizuka. And both of them were good, and they were very different from their sources, but they just weren't as good as the original, so I just feel like they shouldn't exist. On top of that, and this is the thing that always kind of confused me, in Japan, the animation industry is huge because they do that in place of big blockbuster movies that we have here in America. Like all of their big things are anime. All their big things are animated because they don't have the budget to produce those crazy things that we do, right? They don't have it. So instead, they make anime stuff, and it's great. And so, like, since it's geared towards adults, kids, and everyone in between, there's no reason to say, well, maybe there's not an audience for it and we're trying to attract a different audience, because the audience is already installed there in Japan, and these are Japanese produced projects. So I just don't get why they feel the need to make something else to milk the cash cow. I get it, they're faster to produce because animation does take a long time to make, but maybe you should just focus on quality instead of quantity. I know you're trying to squeeze more money out of the properties, I get that part, but don't do it with lesser projects. Do a radio play, do a podcast, do something else that can truly make these things shine and retain their quality. I know there's something that can be done, and this is just not the solution. I mean, live action anime is a travesty. Again, I've never seen one that's been better than its source. I've never really seen one that's been very good even. It's always awkward, it's always wrong. They'll use like CGI now in place of like the characters that are more fantastical, and those always look kind of awful because they're using cheap animation, and it's just like, yo, just stop. Just freaking stop, please. I mean, even Phoenix Wright, which is a video game series, got a live action adaptation, and it was not very good at all, y'all. I even think that may have been like a stage play or something like that. I don't remember anymore, but it just did not look good. It didn't, and I feel like it just hurt the quality at the end of the day. But what do you guys think down below in the comments? Do you think that live action anime needs to exist? Do you have any live action anime that you actually enjoy? Are there any that are actual quality you guys can recommend to people out here? And what do you think of my argument? Do you think that the argument that it just shouldn't exist because it's never going to be good, a true argument? And how do you feel about the live action adaptation they're doing here in America? Because they're doing that. And the one good thing I can say about that is that they are going to introduce Death Note to a whole new audience that would not have watched it. Because in America, people are some guys kind of dumb about anime. They go, well, it's animated, it's cartoons, it's for kids, I'm not gonna watch it. But if they get to see it in a live action format, maybe they'll be converted over and they'll go, hey, where'd that come from? And you go watch the original, see how great that was, and then get pulled in. I think that's the only reason they would even have a reason to do it, but it doesn't work in Japan that way, so it doesn't hold up. So let me know down below your thoughts. This has been Chris with Anime Debate, and I'll see you guys next time for the Kill versus Gurren Lagann episode. If you want to see more of Anime Debate, I make videos here at least once a week, but the last one I think was Dragon Ball Z versus Naruto, so go check that out. I also reviewed Gurren Lagann, and there's plenty out there for you guys to dig your teeth into. Later, everybody, and thanks.